comic lovers. This is Crime Alley Comics. Thank you for stopping by for the next episode, which is episode number 56 of the Comic Book Artist Spotlight. Tonight's Spotlight is going to be on Rick Buckler. Rick Buckler is another comic book artist that did a lot of work back in the 70s with Neil Adams and other artists. So I wanted to do a spotlight on him tonight. He passed away in 2017, but we're going to go over his life and his contribution to the wonderful hobby that we all share in comic book collecting. Rich Buckler. February the 6th of 1949 is when he was born. He was an American comic artist and penciler, best known for his work on Marvel Comics' Fantastic Four in the mid-1970s and for creating the character Deathlock in Astonishing Tales number 25. Buckler drew virtually every major character at Marvel and DC, often as a cover artist. As a teenager in Detroit, Buckler attended the initial iterations of the Detroit Triple Fanfare, eventually running the convention along with originator Robert Brosh in 1969 and 1970. Buckler's first comics work was as a teenager with the four-page historical story Freedom Fighters, Washington Attacks Trenton. In the King Features comic book Flash Gordon, number 10, cover dated November 1967. In 1971, he did some work for Skywald's Publications, but made a wrong move by attempting to date the daughter of Skywald's co-owner, Israel Waldman. At DC Comics, he drew The Rose and the Thorn, backup stories in the Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane, number 117 through 121, December 1971 to April 1972. Buckler drew the first 3 issues of writer Don McGregor's Black Panther series in Jungle Action Volume 2, number 6 and through number 8, September 1973 through January of 74. A run that Comics Bulletin in 2010 ranked 3rd on its list of the top 10 1970s Marvels. He fulfilled a decade-long dream in 1974 when assigned to draw Marvel's flagship series Fantastic Four, on which he stayed for 2 years. During this period, Buckler created the cyborg anti-hero Deathlock, who starred in an ongoing feature debuting in Astonishing Tales number 25, August of 1974. Also during this period, Buckler hired the young George Perez as his studio assistant. Buckler collaborated with writer Gary Conway on a Superman vs. Shazam story published in All New Collector's Edition C58, April of 1978. He drew the newspaper comic strip The Incredible Hulk for approximately 6 months in 1979. A Justice League story by Conway and Roy Thomas then created the World War II superhero team, the All-Star Squadron, in a special insert in Justice League of America number 193, August 1981, which led to the team's own title the following month. In 1983, the Comic Journal accused Buckler of plagiarism, saying that he had a reputation as a swipe artist who copied poses and layouts from previous artists' work. Buckler sued the magazine for libel, but later dropped the suit. Buckler worked for Archie Comics in 1983 and 1984, when the publisher briefly revived its Red Circle Comics superhero line, and he recruited Kerry Burkett to write the Mighty Crusaders title. In 1985, Buckler returned to Marvel and briefly drew the Spectacular Spider-Man with writer Peter David, where they produced the storyline The Death of Jean DeWolf. He also served as editor for a short-lived line of comics by SHAZAM Publications, where in 1987 he created Reagan's Raiders, which I have a copy of that, but I didn't pull it out for this. I think I have a copy to show along with the, that goes along with the video, but I didn't pull my copy out. In 2011, he drew a Justine short story written by Enrico Tortorani for the Italian market. He was the author of 2 books, How to Become a Comic Book Artist and How to Draw Superheroes. In 2015, he became an Inkwell Awards ambassador. It was not uncommon for him to use the alias Ron Validar, or simply Validar, for his Marvel Comics work when he was on exclusive contract with rival DC. In this way, he was able to skirt the spirit of the law, if not the letter. His most prominent covers using this nom de plume were often inked by Ernie Chan. Buckler died May the 19th of 2017 after a long battle with cancer. Now, as for what he has worked on, Shadow Flame number 3, he was the inker. That was in 2007 for Arcana Studios. For Archie Comics, Blue Ribbon Comic number 4, number 6 and 7, and number 11, 1983 to 1984. Fly number 1, 2, and 4 in 1983. Lancelot Strong, The Shield number 1. He was the writer, and that was in 1983. Mighty Crusaders number 1 through 8, he was the penciler. And number 9 through 10, he was the inker, and that was 1983-1984. Astral Comics, Galaxia Magazine number 1, 1981. Atlas Seaboard Comics, The Demon Hunter number 1, 1975. Tales of Evil number 3, 1975. And Weird Suspense number 3 in 1975. For Continuity Comics, he did Hybrids, The Origin number 3 and 4, 1993. For DC, he did Action Comics Atom number 447 in 1975. All New Collector's Edition Superman vs. Shazam C58 in 1978. All-Star Squadron number 1 through 5 and number 36 full art, and the annual number 3 with other artists. That was from 1981 to 1984. America vs. the Justice Society miniseries number 1, 1985. Batman number 265, 267, 329, Robin number 239 through 242, and that was from 1972 to 1980. DC Comics Presents number 12, 33 and 34, 45, 49, and annual number 1 from 1979 to 1982. DC Retroactive Wonder Woman the 80s number 1 in 2011. DC Special Captain Comet number 27, 1977. DC Superstars Gorilla Grodd number 14, also in 77. Detective Comics Hawkman number 434, 446, 479, and that was 1973 to 1978. House of Secrets number 90 in 1971. Jonah Hex number 11, 1978. Justice League of America number 188 through 191, 193, and 210 through 212 from 1981 to 1983. Cobra number 5 in 1976. The New Adventures of Superboy number 9 in 1980. New Gods number 15 in 1977. Omega Men number 34 in 1986. Secret Origins of Superman, Leaf Comic Book Candy, 1980. I don't know what that is. Deluxe Comics, he did Wally Woods, Thunder Agents, number 4, 1986. For Dynamite Entertainment, he did Red Sonja number 1973, and that was in 2015. For Golden Key, he did The Twilight Zone number 47 in 1973. For Image Comics, Big Bang Comics number 4, among other artists, in 1996. For King Comics, he did Flash Gordon number 10, and that was in 1967. For Lodestone Publishing, he did Codename Danger number 1 in 1985. For Malibu Comics, Genesis number 0 in 1993. Marvel Comics, Adventures into Fear number 11 and 22 as penciler, number 12 as inker, 1973-1974. Amazing Adventures Kill Raven number 25 in 1974. Amazing Spider-Man and Captain America Doctor Doom's Revenge, that was in 1989. And there's a footnote here that says distributed with a computer game by Paragon Software. Astonishing Tales Kazar number 13 with John Buscema, and number 16. Deathlock number 25 through 28, number 30 through 36, that was 1972 to 1976. The Avengers number 101 to 104, 106, 302 to 304, and The Giant Size number 1 in 1972 through 1974 and in 1989. Battlestar Galactica number 6 and 7, 1979. Black Goliath number 4, 1976. Black Knight miniseries number 3 and 4, 1990. Captain America number 243 and 355, 1980 and 1989. Captain America The Medusa Effect, 1994. Conan the Barbarian number 40, 1974. Daredevil number 101, 1973. Doc Savage number 8, 1974. Dracula Lives number 1, 1973. Epic Illustrated number 29, 1985. Fantastic Four number 142 through 144, 147 through 153, 155 through 159, 161 through 163, 168 through 169, 171, 325, and 329 through 335. He also did The Giant Size number 1 and 3 and Annual number 22. So that was from 1974 to 1976, and then in 1989. Freddy Krueger's A Nightmare on Elm Street miniseries number 1 and 2. That was in 1989. The Incredible Hulk Annual number 11, 1982. Invaders number 5, 1976. Iron Man number 196 and 197 in 1985. Journey into Mystery Volume 2 number 5 in 1973. Jungle Action Volume 2 Black Panther number 6 through 8, full pencils, and number 22 with Billy Graham, 1973 through 1976. Luke Cage Power Man number 30, 1976. Marvel Comics Presents number 24 through 31, that was in 1989. Marvel Comics Super Special Kiss number 1. Marvel Spotlight Deathlock number 33 in 1977. Marvel Superheroes Volume 2 X-Men number 6, 1991. Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Nightcrawler number 89 with Mike, I believe it's Nazar, in 1980. Micronauts Annual number 2 with Steve Ditko in 1980. Monsters on the Prowl number 22. New splash page for reprint story, 1973. Monsters Unleashed number 8 with George Perez in 1974. New Mutants number 76 and 77 in 1989. Saga of the Original Human Torch Limited Series number 1 through 4 in 1990. Saga of the Submariner Limited Series number 1 through 12, 1988-1989. Savage Sword of Conan number 182 in 1991. The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 103, 107 through 111, 116, 117, 119, 122, annual number 1, and annual number 10. Those were in 1979, 1985 through 1987, and 1990. Star Blast number 4, 1994. Supernatural Thrillers number 5, 1973. Tale of the Zombie number 4, 1974. Thor number 227 through 230, 1974. Vampire Tales number 2, 3, and 5 in 1973 and 1974. What If? Eternals number 24 and Thor number 25. Namor number 29, Spider-Man number 30. Those were from 1980 to 1981. What If? Volume 2, X-Men number 9, 1990. Where Monsters Dwell number 15 in 1972. And X Factor number 50 in 1990. And then for Now Comics, he did Mr. T and the T-Force number 7 through 10. He was the inker, 1994. Siphons, The Cygate Stratagem number 1 through 3, 1994-1995. For Silverline Comics, Assassins Inc. number 2. He was the inker. That was in 1987. Skywald Publications, Hellrider number 2, 1971. Nightmare number 3 and number 5 with Bruce Jones in 1971. Psycho number 2, 4, and 5 in 1971. Scream number 8, 1974. Salsam Publications, Amazing Wazoo number 1, 1986. The Bushido Blade of Zatoichi Walrus number 2, 1987. How to Draw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 in 1986. Rich Buckler's Secrets of Drawing Comics number 1 through 4 in 1986. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Authorized Martial Arts Training Manual number 1. Writer and inker, and that was in 1986. For SQP Inc., he did Phase number 1 in 1971, and he did Hot Stuff number 1 in 1974. For Techno Comics, Big Entertainment, The Big Bang number 1 through 14, 4-page backup feature that ran in most Techno Comics titles in 1996. Gene Roddenberry's Lost Universe number 5 in 1995. For Topps Comics, he did Cadillacs and Dinosaurs number 1 in 1994. And for Warren Publishing, Creepy number 36 and 38, and also number 75. That was from 1970 to 1975. Eerie number 29, 48, 49, and 53 from 1970 to 74. And Vampirella number 21 in 1972. That is all the information I have for Rich Buckler. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope if you are a fan of Rich Buckler's work that you found this video useful. And please leave comments on, information that I might have left out, or your chance meeting with him at a convention. Anything that you have to add would be much appreciated. I love it when people have little bits of information that, things that's personal that you can't really find online. Personal interaction, a signature or whatever, on a book. Love hearing about that stuff. So now I will show you a few of my Rich Buckler comics. First up, Justice League of America number 140. Challengers of the Unknown number 84. Very cool Swamp Thing cover. Really like that. And Dead Man. The Flash, number 259. 259's cut off a little bit. All you can see is the 2 and the 5 right there. You can just see a little bit of the 9, but they cut her a little short on the edge of this comic book. World's Finest, number 259. Gorgeous book. And lastly, The Brave and the Bold, number 178. Has a very cool orangey background. I really like the cover on this one too. And you don't see many comic book covers with the creeper on it. Alright. That's all I have for Rich Buckler. As I said before, please leave comments. Please leave experiences in the comments that you've had with him, or books that you might have, or any information that you feel the community would enjoy hearing about. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you stopping by and watching. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd appreciate you hitting the sub button and hit the bell for notifications when I put up my next video. And please hit the like button if you like this video. It helps YouTube to share my video online, and it would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and God bless all of you. We'll see you next video.